Hello, good people. Welcome to today's edition of Stay Tuned. Coach Miller Light on the scene. We have Cinnamon on the set.
Happy to be here. Guess what I found out, Mayor? Everything's going to be okay.
Yay.
Things are working out for me. Things are going my way. I didn't yell at anybody yet today. Kept my cool all day so far. Shout out to the team in the passages in 42 and walking 3.5 miles with my son, singing songs.
Excellent. Excellent.
And remembering conversations with God. Book 1. Yeah.
So exciting. We're moving over from the teachings of Abraham over to Conversations with God, book 1. Really, really exciting. This is Neale Donald Walsch, his great conversation with the Creator. An amazing piece of work. Cinnamon, are you enjoying it so far? I know we're only on track 1, but anything on it?
Yeah. So, I did my best. Track 1, I got it off the YouTube, so I wasn't sure how far to go, but there's so much, like just in a minute, you could have a whole show. So yes, I'm loving it very much. Neale Donald Walsch is talking about a time of his life when things weren't going too good. And he would have a habit of writing letters to people. He didn't usually send them. And in this case, he wrote a letter to God and then got a response. And it's funny because the questions he has are the same questions I have. And then the response, Goddess's response, the maker's response, is very similar to Abraham's response.
Yes.
I was like, okay, yeah, maybe we're on to something here, Mayor. Maybe we're on to something. So thank you very much for including me. You know how I love to be included. That's right, sister. So yeah, he says, we are all led to the truth for which we are ready. That's your show right there.
Yes. Yes. Good point. Very good point, Cinnamon.
I'm beseeching the heavens. I'm having conversations with the architect, and I will have questions and I want answers. But what this is telling me right here is we are all led to the truth for which we are ready. So it makes sense to get ready.
Okay.
And I appreciate the show because it causes me to get ready. He can give me the answer, but if I'm not ready, I'm not going to hear it. So we are all led to the truth for which we are ready. God, it turns out, talks to everybody, the good and the bad, the saint and the scoundrel, and all of us in between. Take me, for instance. Goddess has come to me in many ways in my life, and this is just another one of them. Abraham, this way, tap dancing. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, what do you think that means?
Right? Good one.
You have anything on that, Mary? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I mean, there's a lot right there.
That, to me, that's one of those double meaning Marys that I really enjoy. When the student, because I'm both the student and the teacher. So when the student is ready, the teacher, meaning the teacher of a physical teacher or the teacher of life or the lesson, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And the double meaning, Mary, when the student is ready, the teacher, CoachAMillerLight, will appear. That's what I have on that.
Okay, I love it. That's good. So Goddess began talking with me through Neale Donald Walsch. Yes. Source began talking with me through Abraham. And now here, somehow this gets suggested, and next thing I know, I'm writing it down. And here's another way that Source is communicating with me. So NDW writes down these questions, he writes down these questions. Why wasn't my life working? What's it going to take for it to work? Why could I not find happiness in relationship? Was the experience of inadequate money going to elude me forever? And what had I done to deserve a life of continuing struggle? I was like, yeah, I had those same questions. One tie, all tie. Of course, we're all one. So I've had a very interesting response. Do you really want an answer to all these questions, or are you just venting? And he says, both. Venting, sure, but if these questions have answers, I sure as hell would like to hear them. And I very much enjoy their response. You're sure as hell about a lot of things, but wouldn't it be nice to be sure as heaven? I think we should get that to catch on. Sure as hell caught on. Let's get sure as heaven to catch on, man.
Yeah, baby.
Sure as heaven episode where love is the answer. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Woo. Okay, so yeah, it would be nice to be sure as heaven. So then here's where the dialogue starts. Okay, how does the maker talk and to whom? So the maker says, I talk to everyone all the time. The question is not to whom do I talk, but who listens. First, let's exchange the word talk with communicate. A much better word, a much fuller, more accurate one. When we try to speak to each other, me to you, you to me, we are immediately constricted by the unbelievable limitations of words. For this reason, I do not communicate with words alone. In fact, I rarely do. But I find it very interesting. The tractor's going by right now.
What's going by?
A tractor.
A tractor.
Okay.
That's funny.
Another sign of alignment, right?
Yes.
Another sign of. So we are immediately constricted by the unbelievable limitations of words. For this reason, I do not communicate with words alone. In fact, rarely do I do so. The most common form of communication is through feeling. We just went through all those Abrahams and talked about this. Feeling is the language of the soul. We're on to something here, Mare. This feeling thing. Woo! Okay. So if I want to know what is true for me about something, look to how I'm feeling about it. Feelings are sometimes difficult to discover and often even more difficult to acknowledge. Yet hidden in my deepest feelings is my highest truth. The trick is to get to those feelings, and that all that is will show me how. Source also communicates with thought. Thoughts and feelings are not the same, although they can occur at the same time. So in communicating with thought, the sum and the substance often uses images and pictures. For this reason, thoughts are more effective than mere words as tools in communication. In addition to feelings and thoughts, Prime Force also uses the vehicle of experience as a grand communicator. Experience is a grand communicator from the source. When feelings and thoughts and experiences all fail, then divinity uses words. Words are really the least effective communicator. They're most open to misinterpretation and most often misunderstood. Words are merely utterances, noises that stand for feelings, thoughts, and experiences. They are symbols, signs, insignias. They are not truth. They are not the real thing. Words may help me understand something, but experience allows me to know. Yet there are some things I cannot experience. So the energy that creates worlds has given me other tools of knowing. All these are called feelings, and these are called feelings, and so too thoughts. I've placed such importance on the word of the architect and so little on the experience. I place so little value on experience that when I have the experience of goddess differs from what I have heard from source, I automatically discard the experience and own the words when it should be just the other way around. Okay, so what's happening is I put all this emphasis on the word of all that is. And then I have experiences, and sometimes they're opposite than the words, but I disregard my experiences and my feelings, and I go with the word of goddess. So knowing this super secret, it's not really secret, but all-star team shortcut tool, arsenal tool in our bag of tricks, remembering how it goes, the laws of the universe, and we're going to take a look at the feelings.
Yes. Yes.
We're going in there. We're going into the vortex.
Yes.
And seeing what's going on with these feelings.
Yes.
That's the truth of who I am.
So interesting that that Conversations with God and Abraham are saying the same thing. I see why we have the different angles, to have different angle on the same subject, and it helps for better understanding, to hear the same thing, but a different angle. And then that different angle, and then hearing the same thing, and it's so clear and it's different words, yet it's saying the same thing. Like, ooh, like you were saying, we're on to something here. Why is Conversations with God just leading off right away, going right on in, saying the things that Abraham has been saying, and saying it so clearly, and that this is the answer that Neil Donald Walsh got from the Creator. So what are we going to have to do is just practice tuning in to my feelings. What I'm understanding in here, just to stamp it with average, that of course I'm not listening to my feelings. We live in a world where we were trained to follow the word and discard the experience, to not pay attention to the feeling, to in fact eat the feeling down, right? Got the feeling, just do something to get rid of it, other than recognize how am I feeling. Been taught to suppress feelings, hide from feelings,
food,
retreat,
drink alcohol.
Yes. Just go retreat.
Smoke weed. Take a pill. I don't want to feel that. Let's shove that down.
Yeah.
Watch a TV show, watch a movie.
Yes.
Anything but feel that feeling. Figure out what's the truth of me. What's really going on here? I love that, Mare. Yeah. So this is like a grand discovery.
Yes.
Abraham said we would be guided step by step.
Cinnamon. I was thinking that today too. How they said we would have the key or keys. And yes, like you said, it's so interesting how we're choosing this, we're tuning ourselves to this higher frequency, whether it be Abraham or Conversations with God, and then reporting in on our findings and our experience. And now we're on Conversations with God. Pretty neat how we're led step by step to this awakening, to remembering. You know what I'm getting out of this is that there's different feeds. You know, Abraham simplifies it, which I really enjoy, to the plus and minus, right? We say, follow the plus, hope skyrockets, follow the plus emotion. And that when I'm receiving that feed of those negative thoughts, that's not from the higher power. And, you know, we talk about this pulpit and, you know, being on the pulpit, right? Where I'm thinking that I know everything. And it's interesting how whenever I'm on the pulpit, I'm in a minus place. I'm thinking everything is wrong and nothing is right. But I'm wrong. Isn't it great that feed is not from the higher power? And when I'm on the pulpit and like, life sucks and this is what's going on and you all just need to be quiet about it because I know everything and I know it's bad. Well, that feed, I'm thinking that because I think that feed is coming from the higher power, because I think that voice in my head is the God. And I'm learning about that.
Yeah. I think I just got that on a higher level, Mare, that is sure as hell. Sure as hell that it's not going to be okay. Sure as hell that it's against me. Sure as hell that it's not going to work out. Wouldn't it be nice to be sure as heaven? Sure as heaven that it's going to be okay.
Yes.
That I'm connected and I'm on an all-star team.
Yes.
Sure as heaven that things are going to work out for me better than I ever expected.
Yes.
Yes, it would be nice to be sure as heaven.
Yes. That does sound nice. So it's going to take practice. You know, I'm remembering as we're studying and we're
stay tuned, right?
Yeah.
We got the stay tuned like logo with the vortex swirl. And then it says sure as heaven.
Ooh, yeah, baby. And to keep on keeping on, keep
Yes.
going, keep tuning to it, keep getting back up and practicing another day of discerning that what is the message. The Most High is speaking through joy and truth and love, and it's my highest feeling, it's my clearest word, it's that, it's not the other. So if I'm on that other polarity, to recognize, okay, I just got it all wrong right now, that's all, and that's good, and then work my way over to the plus, whatever it takes, whether it be exercise, sunshine, hydrating myself, cold water shower, great thing just to jolt myself into a better feeling place. The passages, tuning to the training material, sharing our process with others. What a powerful tool, so that I have those light posts that are there for me, because if I remember this, I'm in business. So thanks for
It
the
helps
show.
to remember.
It helps to remember.
So what we're finding out here, that the architect, the maker, Father Time, Mother Nature talks to all of us all the time, and the highest form of communication is through our feelings.
Great point, Cinnamon. We're being talked to, communicated with all the time. We are being communicated with all the time through our feelings.
All of us.
All of us, every one of us. Not a one-off. That's pretty exciting. We want some good news today. That is good news.
Good news.
All right, stay tuned for the
Sure as Heaven, Mare.
Sure as Heaven, baby. The Sure as Heaven edition. Stay tuned for the continuation of Conversations with God, Book 1. We are just getting started, and this thing is just jam full of so much goodness. And I feel like I'm in a position here to really know it. Like, what if I think that I don't know it? What if there's something in Conversations with God, Book 1 that I don't know? Because I've done it a lot, and I like think I know it. What if I don't? What if I don't? What if I haven't yet heard what this is yet to give me? What if it's all new? What if this has within it the answer I've been seeking? And it says it in a way that I hear it and I take it and I can use it in my life and have these great changes like I'm choosing. So I am ready. And I'm so excited about it.
Will change everything.
Yes,
better than I expected. It's one thing out of this series that I've listened to so many times and written down and think I have memorized. But what if I imagine just for a moment there's something in here that I'm not aware of yet, that becoming aware of it will change everything.
Woo! Yes.
So far it's feeling. It's pretty important. Let's pay attention to it. Follow the plus. Things are working out for us. Things are going our way. Everything's gonna be okay, Mare.
Woo! Yay!
I feel it. I feel it.
Woo! Thank you, people, for tuning in. Until next time, this is CoachAMillerLight for Cinnamon.
Remember, love is the answer. Stay tuned.